Hi everybody, Bob with Knives Town here. Today we're going to take a look at a machete from Schrade. You know, we added Schrade to the website a little while ago, and I must say I'm glad we did. What I'm finding are some very good quality knives at very good prices. If you haven't checked out Schrade lately, I would encourage you to do so. It's a good knife company that makes good stuff and prices them right. This is a good example here. This is the Schrade Outback Machete, and it's, I'd say, you know, a small to medium-sized machete. I mean, you can get some machetes that are just ridiculous, but this is a good using size in my opinion. It comes with this sheath here. This is you know, a polymer sheath. It does have, if you look at it closely, you can see it does have holes drilled in it. These holes are, you know, for, you know, drainage, for air to get through and to dry the blade and for water to come out, you know, that kind of thing. It does have a drainage hole there for water to drain out at the tip as it's carried, you know, tip down, so water will drain out and then the air will get into it through these holes and dry it, you know, so it stays dry. So there's some ventilation, a way for the blade to get dry if you haven't dried it. It does come with this interesting feature right here. This is a knife sharpener, and if I can get in on that, yeah, I think you can see that. You can see that there's a V there, a V notch, and you're going to drag the blade through that to do some field sharpening. So that's a nice little feature right there. It does have this carry system on it here, which is adapted to really the military belt that has the, you know, the canvas type belt that has the holes in it, and these would go in the holes and would hang that way. So if that's really the way that you carry it. If you've just got a regular belt, it might be a little difficult, but it's really adapted to the military carry system on the webbing gear. But anyway, that's the sheath. It's a good quality sheath. It'll it'll do what it needs to. It's friction, you know, there's no clip or snap on it or anything. It's just a friction sheath. It's grabbing the blade, and it comes out like that. And if you want to use that sharpener there, then you can just, you know, tip it up and just run the blade through it like that. It says Outback there on the blade. Now the specs on this here, that's a 12.5-inch blade, and that is made of 3 CR13 steel. Overall it's 18 inches. The weight is 15.4 ounces. The handle here has a handle guard, you know, so as you're going through the brush, that'll protect your hand as you're swinging and cutting brush, twigs, and you know, some of the branches that you're trying to cut through. That'll give you a little bit of protection there, sort of like a brush guard on a front of a vehicle. Just kind of, it's a block there for you. It does have a lanyard hole back here, which I would recommend you use. The blade is 2 1/8 inches wide at the widest point. And that's, you know, I mean, that is just your basic machete. You know, it's an excellent field tool around the house, out in the backyard, you know, taking up growth out there on the berm, or you know, just hacking up anything that you've got, you know, that you want to cut down or trim back. It could be used to trim trees, you know, chop some of the smaller branches. It's got, of course, forward heavy, as you would want. It's got a black coating on it here to protect the blade. The grind begins about a half of an inch above the secondary bevel. So other than that, you've got the full steel. Sharpened to about, yeah, you got about an inch there where it's not. That's just a good using, reasonably priced machete. And you know, I mean, that is absolutely what you need. In 99% of the cases where you need a machete, something like this would serve your purposes. You can get longer ones. Schrade sells longer ones. But I kind of like this one though. It's just seems like just the right length. Comes with this polymer sheath. There you go. That's the Schrade Outback Machete. Check it out. Thanks for watching. See you again.